Hi, Marbs here. I'm here today to talk to you about Need for Speed. Now, Need for Speed has had a very interesting history on Xbox, and I think it's, interesting in many different facets. Some of the games have been well received, people really enjoyed them, and some other ones, well, maybe they weren't what people were expecting. And unfortunately, that's led to some drop off in players and player base and changes in the Need for Speed franchise, with developers like Criterion now morphing into Ghost Games, and things that have changed the way that EA develops the Need for Speed titles, including a move to the Frostbite engine for the most of the Need for Speed titles in the go forward. I just want to talk about a little bit about some of the Need for Speed games, and one thing I do want to mention is the one spiritual successor. Some of these games that kind of you really can't have a conversation without talking about Burnout Paradise, and there is a remastered version of that for Xbox. It is beautiful. Some of the other ones though, we have the Criterion and Stellar Games. This is the remastered version of Hot Pursuit. This is sort of when the transition of Need for Speed took place, and this is kind of when things changed somewhat. Now, of course, we have the Need for Speed Rivals from Ghost Games. That was an Xbox One title. Let's talk about some of the more interesting Need for Speeds. Of course, there was the Need for Speed Payback that was tied in with the movie. Now, the interesting thing about this is I have the deluxe edition of that, and I also have the Steelbook for this. I believe this was a Best Buy exclusive. Kind of a cool little addition. The next one here is Need for Speed Heat. Now, this was one of the later Need for Speeds. I believe it's the one that came before the Unbound. I have the disc here. Now, they did not do a collector's edition for this. Instead, they did a special edition that included the Steelbook. Now, this was an exclusive that I believe you had to order through Skinevo to get it. Now, here's an interesting one. This is the deluxe edition of the Need for Speed game, the reintroduction of the franchise. And again, I believe this was an Amazon exclusive for the Steelbook. This also here is the deluxe edition of the game as well. This is the Subversion pack, and I have a separate video talking about Need for Speed Unbound and the Subversion pack, and it comes with the Steelbook here. And it's a beautiful Steelbook. It's a little understated compared to some of the other ones. I think it goes kind of with the game. And then of course you have the hello stickers and some other graphic art and the pens. It's kind of an interesting way to upgrade your Need for Speed experience because it does not normally come with the game. So you purchase the game separately and you get the Steelbook and all the other goodies in this package. I believe this was a Walmart exclusive, so it's kind of an interesting one in itself. So there you have it, folks. Need for Speed on Xbox. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. Can't honestly say I've ever seen all 4 of the Steelbooks together at one time, so that's something definitely that's different. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. My name's Marbs. Please subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye now.